Om Namah Shivaya. Today I will be talking about breathing practices. So in yoga, why I want to talk about breathing practices is without showing any asana or any pranayama techniques is the way we breathe throughout the day is very wrong. It's very shallow way of breathing. And when we do proper kind of breathing, it really calms you down, calms your nerves, and very much important for the immune system as well. And now I will show you how to do the proper breathing technique. You have to do belly breathing. Remember, with the inhalation, your abdominal region has to expand outwards. Exhalation, inwards. Just like a balloon is being blown and it really expands, and with the exhalation, it will come back to its original position. Just like the babies breathe when they are being born. If you monitor very well, you will see how the babies take their breath. It's simply expansion of their abdominal region. And as we grow older, down the line we tend to forget the correct way of breathing. And we do not pay any attention to the breath, and then every organ in our body gets affected due to the wrong pattern of breathing. So what happens when you do abdominal breathing? With the expansion of the abdominal region, the diaphragm has more space for it to move down. And with the movement of the diaphragm, there's more space for the lungs to expand. Not only the lungs, even the intercostal muscles, front, back, everything would have more space to move for the lungs to function very much properly. In yoga, we have these breathing exercises called standing breathing exercises, seated breathing exercises, and supine breathing exercises. And today I will focus on standing breathing exercises, and there are hands in and out breathing, hand stretch breathing, forehead level breathing, and horizontal level breathing. So when you take hands in and out breathing, why we focus and why we do hands in and out breathing, let me elaborate. With hands in and out breathing, we realize the capacity of our lungs. The main reason to do breathing exercises is to understand the capacity in our lungs. And what we do is we gradually increase the level of that capacity in the lungs. Even during these pandemic situations, people were all the time thinking of building up their immunity. And people were panically doing the breathing exercises like how to have healthy lungs. Actually, these simple techniques would show you how to keep and have healthy lungs, and you do not have to go to a gym, you do not have to go to any kind of a place, just the space where the yogic mat takes is what is required. So that is the beauty of yoga. You do not need large spaces, you don't even need any equipment, you only need yourself for yoga. Always remember that. You only need yourself and the commitment to keep you healthy and happy. Because the more you breathe properly, the oxygenation happens in our blood system and the purification of the blood, the toxins would go down, and also when the toxins are down, the adrenaline, the cortisol, the stress hormones levels would go down, and with that the immune system would work very, very harmoniously. Let me show the hands in and out breathing. To do hands in and out breathing, just like me, you have to stand in Tadasana. We call this Tadasana, like a mountain posture. Nicely, keep your feet and toes touching each other. Inhale, open up your chest, hands by the side of your thigh region, and look straight. Simply relax in this position. And then you take your hands in front, touching in front of the chest. Stretch your arms nicely. And with the inhalation, you open out your arms. And here, remember, you don't have to take your arms right, backwards, only to the level of your inhalation stops, you will be moving your hands. See, if you can only inhale up to this point, that is the level that you will be stopping at. And you shall exhale. In the meantime, you have to remember, focus the abdominal movement. Inhale, the abdomen goes out. Exhale, abdomen will move in. And also, there are few other things that you have to remember. Little by little, you can increase the level of your breathing. You can make it a little bit longer. So that is one point. Hands in and out breathing. You are making your own breath longer, and you are doing it very rhythmically. Normally in day-to-day breathing, you never pay attention and you don't know how you do your breathing, whether it's rhythmic or harmonious or whether it's shallow or deep. Now with all these movements you are making, first you are making your breath long and rhythmic, deep, harmonious. And there's a uniformity to all these things. Now what you can do is, you can simply close your eyes, go to a place, visualization, go to a place where you would really want to be. In your mind's eye, think of a place where it would make you feel very, very calm and harmonious. Let it be by the side of a waterfall, by the side of a beach, on top of a mountain, wherever that takes you very calm and where you would feel connected. The connectivity is also very important here. And simply close your eyes, take your hands, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Like this, you can do 9 rounds of breathing, and you will be connected from your mind to the 3 lobes of your lungs. Let me explain a little bit on the mind and the body connection. When the body part realizes what your mind says is correct, that the body parts functions properly with more energy, and there's a healing factor there, the body part will always listen to the mind. So that is the connection we have in yoga, is called Yato Mana Tata Prana. Where the mind goes, the energy flows, which is very, very important. For most of the autoimmune diseases, the problem here is the body does not realize what it's doing, and so many conditions of like arthritic conditions, and even for blood pressure, even for diabetes, this connection, not having this proper connectivity, this harmonious relationship, it matters. So that was about the hands in and out breathing, and now I will move on to the hand stretch breathing. First, again you are in Tadasana, and take your palms together, interlock it in front of your chest, elbows down. Nicely breathe in and breathe out. And with the inhalation, you would slowly turn your palms outwards, take it in front of your chest, and do not keep your elbows bent. And this stretch is a comfortable stretch. You are not going to overly stretch, and do not bend your body. Simply keeping the body straight and keeping your palms facing outwards. You may even close your eyes, that is with the inhalation. Exhalation, nicely take your palms, turn it, and simply take it onto your chest and elbows down. Now you may close your eyes and simply enjoy the hand stretch breathing. Inhale. In your mind, you are in the middle lobe of your lung. Give it those harmonious thoughts to it, and this will make your breath continuous, rhythmic, deep, and uniform, and make your breath longer than what it is normal. Nicely take your hands back to your chest. Like this, you will have to do 9 rounds, and simply feel so calm. After you take your palms down, do your normal breathing, as I said, with the abdominal movement. Always focus to the abdominal region where the breath movement is concerned. Otherwise, in your mind, your focus got to remain in the lung region. And you can open your eyes and feel that calming effect, the harmonious feelings running throughout your body. And the third exercise would be forehead level breathing. Again, we would take our hands into the chest region, nicely interlock, and we would move our hands up to the forehead level. With the inhalation, we would be moving the palms up to the forehead level. Inhalation, and the abdomen goes out. Exhalation, turn your palms midway and slowly take your elbows down. Palms would come and rest on the chest and breathe normally. You can do this 9 rounds and simply relax in the Tadasana position. You would feel a difference, surely, when you do this breathing techniques. And this is a stepping stone for pranayama as well. In yoga, before we do any kind of pranayama techniques, anyone would have to do these breathing practices. And also remember, when we talk about yoga, people get very scared. They always think of all those body bending techniques. They are very, very scared to come and stand on that mat. But yoga is not about that. If a person can breathe, that is yoga. Any elderly person can do this. Even seated on the chair, they can do it. And you do not have to go anywhere. At the comfort zone where you are. Especially when you go abroad, you do not have to go in search of gym or any kind of equipment you don't have to carry. Your body against your body. That's the beauty of yoga. Your body against your body, and you can carry these techniques till you are very old. Even if you are on the bed, you will understand there are so many of these things that you can do. Now I will show you how to do the third technique, that is vertical stretch breathing. Again, you keep your hands interlocked in front of your chest. Here, we move our hands up and turn your palms outwards and nicely stretch your elbows up, not overly, at a level which is comfortable to you, and see whether you can keep the biceps and the triceps by the side of your ears. And slowly take it down, turning your palms in front of your nostrils and coming back to the chest region. And you can do this as well 9 times and relax. So with the breathing exercises, with the strengthening of the lungs, we are relaxing the shoulder region, the diaphragm, where there is a lot of stress gets accumulated. So, that is why the harmonious, calm feeling settles into yourself, because you stretch the upper body area and the diaphragmatic movement. Now, let me go through the fourth breathing exercise, which is ankle stretch breathing. This has so many benefits inclusive into one exercise. Breathing as well as stretching, and also the stretch which you give to your own spinal column. In yoga, we call it the Brahma Danda, the God stick, because like the energies are mostly in the area of the spinal column. And with this movement, we give it a very healthy stretch. A very healthy stretch. So, the intervertebral space would be maintained. Intercranial nerves that comes and gets connected to the spinal column would get a beautiful stimulation. And you feel so harmonious and energetic because of the cerebrospinal fluids, which would run smoothly throughout the body. We will now do the ankle stretch breathing. Here you have to pay your attention to your ankle region and the movements of your hands. First, I will show you. With the inhalation, we would move the ankles up. You are standing with your toes. Simultaneously, you are moving your hands up and stretching yourself up. Exhalation, you are nicely coming down. The hands and the ankles would have to move down together. Remember, this improves your balance, your level of concentration and your focus. Whenever you finish any exercise, you can move to Stila Tadasana. That's the relaxing posture. And simply keep your hands by the side of your body in a relaxing manner and simply rest your head and keep breathing and relax. And that is the end of standing breathing exercises. So we did hands in and out breathing, hand stretch breathing, forehead level breathing, vertical stretch breathing, and ankle stretch breathing. Thank you very much. Om Namah Shivaya.